Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Let me make sure I can see some comments and that the microphone is working. It is. It is. How is everybody? It's been a hot minute. I think this is my first DIY since before Christmas. It's been that long. I have been doing other like videos for the membership, right? But for just live on our pages, it's been a hot minute since I've been live here. We've been on Facebook doing a lot of inspirational stuff, but not really like DIY. I've been missing it. I've been missing the DIY part. So that's what we're going to do tonight. How's everybody doing? Make sure when you come in, you're telling us where you're from because we love to see it. We've got a lot of UK followers now, and I'm looking forward to that Wreath retreat in Liverpool that's going to be coming up this summer. So let us know where you're watching from. I had a fun idea. I thought we would do a tulip wreath. Not sure how this is going to look or turn out, but you know, don't know till you try. These tulips might be a little bit weird on this, but if you are new, welcome. I'm Julie Samako, owner of Southern Charm Wreaths. We teach you the art of wreath making and faux floristry. I don't know why I can't speak. This is like my second live today. That's probably why. We worked all weekend in our goals workshop. So all weekend we were teaching our members how to set goals with intention. Man, here we go. So we're going to be making a red tulip wreath. So to me, I think this is a really pretty idea for Valentine's Day. Everybody loves tulips. I love red tulips in the yard. And so I thought it would be fun to like see if we could put it on a wreath. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera angle down. How pretty. This is a wreath. I had to drink some water. It measures about 18 inches, and I don't even remember where I got it from. I think it was Trendy Tree, if I'm not mistaken. So what I'm going to do is I've got some that have leaves on their stem, and then I have some that I cut that don't have the leaves, okay? And I probably am going to need a lot more than this. Oh, dear. But we're going to go ahead and start. I've already glued in a couple to see how it would go. I feel like, let's see if we can get these out. I feel like it needs to be moved back a little bit. Oh, it's in there good. This feels like it's going too far down, so let me redo that. And then we could start from the beginning. Okay, so I want my tulips to be right about here. So that means I'm going to insert it back by this way. And then I'm just going to dip it in some glue. I think that's going to look a little bit better. Did everybody have a good weekend? I'm not sure if this is going to work. This is a very thin wreath. I always like to use different wreaths, but then it takes me a little bit to figure out how to, that's too far up. I got to get over this hump. Where am I going to go with this one? I think right there. Let's get a little more glue. Okay, I'm going to just go through and add these, and then I can always come back in and fill in. Let's just get going, and then we'll come back and fill in with more to make it a little bit fuller. And I can always do that, you know, after the video ends, because I don't think I brought any more tulips here. That doesn't feel like it's hitting anything. That's what I was worried about. I was worried about if these tulips, if there would be anything to glue to. I don't want to lose that little heart shape. Let's do it this way. Can you tell I've never made this one before? It's always fun to do things live with you that I've never made before. All right, maybe that'll work. Let's do one of these. Hi, Sandy from the workshop. How did you like the workshop? We all have some work to do, don't we? Can you tell I'm already setting my goal? I'm already working my goal, girl. Working my goal. All right, I'm going to go this way now. Let's do, I wanted to write about here. Illinois in the house, welcome. Atlanta in the house. Thanks, you guys. California. Thank you, Terry. Love your wreaths. Thank you so much. Okay. I think I'm going to go right here with this one. Okay, just trying to get my thought process down. Is everybody through with the winter weathers? I think we are, at least for now. We did have thunder over the weekend, and here in the South, we know what that means. I think we just try to come up with any excuse to get snow, honestly, in the South. But there is an old wives' tale going around since I was a little girl that if it snowed, I mean not snowed, but if it thundered, geez, if it thundered in the winter, or actually in the month of January, in 10 days we would have snow. And then I saw in the Farmer's Almanac that it's supposed to snow in the South on the 10th, which would be about the same time. And I'm like, wouldn't that be funny if it did come true? I'm going to try to move that down a little bit more. Let's move that. You can always come back in after you get your placement and do a little more glue. I have about 10 more of these bushes in the back. And I didn't think that we would need that much, but it looks like we will. We will need more at least. I'm ready for spring as well. I'm ready for the summer. Number one, we get to get on the boat again. But number two, we get to go travel to Liverpool for a wreath retreat. That's going to be so fun. Taking it abroad. I know, I'm excited. Who loves tulips? Do y'all have tulips in your yard? This feels so big. You know, I might even hot glue some tulips right onto the the wreath itself start filling in because these things are so big. These stems. And they're very, well, let's just give it a try. I don't know if they're going to work. We'll see. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Maybe I should have cut them all off. Let me hold that up. I think I should have cut them all shorter. I never had tulips in my yard. Okay, let's do that. We'll leave that in there. I'm going to go ahead and add these individually. Yay for pivoting. You see how you just try, guys, until you find something that works. That needs to go a little further in. All right, let's see if we can make these shorter. Your daffodils are already coming up. Interesting. I guess this is about the time. You know what gets me always is the forsythia. That always shocks me every time. Every year when that comes up, I'm like, oh my gosh, already? It just seems so soon. One of these days, I'm going to have a forsythia bush in my yard. They're so vibrant. Okay. Yes, that boat is my happy place too, Barbara. It's a little tricky right there. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to do this one over here. All right, and then we'll do this one down here. So it needs to lay right there. This is definitely one of those wreaths, you know, that's a little bit, I knew it would be a little tricky. And you would think, why wouldn't you practice before doing a tutorial live in front of so many people. But then where the fun would, you know, where's the fun in that really? Don't you think? I kind of like being able to troubleshoot in front of the camera. Anybody could just practice, practice, practice and turn it on. If you want to do me a favor and share this video, I would so appreciate it. It helps our little business get seen and found. Okay, this isn't working. I need some right here. It's not going in. We'll just make them smaller. Good evening, Marianne. How are you? All right, let's see. These are very compact. Let's get one of these. I think that looks good for now. Let's do maybe one right here. So what I'm trying to do is layer these so that they are layered and not all on the same line. Okay, see how there's so many down here? I'm going to go ahead and fill in a little bit on the sides. Let's go up here. Add that one. Okay, I'll fill in on this part after I know we have enough. All right, okay, so we've got that much. Okay, so now we're going to shift it went this way. Now it's got to go this way. Wait, let me think. It's got to go this way now. And then it goes down here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we're going to go this way now. I do not, I think I got the tulips wholesale. I don't think, you could try places like Greenery Market. I'm not sure even where I got the wreath. I know I've had that wreath for a while. It might have been Greenery Market, Trendy Tree for the wreath. Or Carolina Pottery. You know, there's so many places to get stuff. And it's been sitting in the warehouse for a while. All right, let's go this way with that. I feel like these need to be a little bit shorter because we're going to lose the whole heart shape. What do y'all like to do when you're crafting? Y'all put on any fun music or anything? You watch any movies? I'm making these shorter. I just think I'm going to be happier with it shorter. Watching lives. Are you making right now, Amanda? Who's off to a good start with their resolutions? Who's still committed? That's not going in. Sandy says, listening to live streams. All right. I know I said I wasn't going to worry about this, but now I am. Because I saw I had a few more bushes behind me. Easter designs. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see them. Outlander. Was that an old one? Or did they come out with a new one? All right, now I feel a little bit better about that side. I'm going to still fill more in. I don't know why I can't stop. I like to have most of it filled in. It's okay to see the grapevine a little bit. And I'm going to move this. Oh, a new season. Interesting. It's been forever since I've seen it. All right, y'all like it shorter or longer? Do you like these things longer or shorter? I'm thinking with this wreath base, it might be better if they are shorter. Especially with this style of tulip. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's just trim all these back. I think I like them too shorter, Sylvia. Looks a little more tailored. Did y'all see what I have on my Valentine's door? That garland and matching wreath we made. There. We made it in our Wreath of the Month Club group. Ooh, it's so spectacular. It was pink and red, and it was, you know, I think you use less tulips if you do it shorter, y'all. And the garland was massive, so big. Yeah, that definitely looks better. Y'all have any questions you want to ask while we're doing this? I feel like now I'm redoing all of it. So this would be pretty with pink, wouldn't it? Or lavender, yellow. What's yellow mean? Doesn't that mean like, there's a, I think happy, right? Red means love. What color, what was it that one color that means like jealousy in the flower world? I don't know, I remember that because I thought to myself, who in the world would buy that then if they knew it meant jealousy? just going to redo all these. How many times I tell y'all, we can always redo it. You can fix what mess up. Well, that one's staying in there. Okay. Hi, Brenda. You could do white. Ooh, wouldn't white be pretty? So you could do what do you think about white for sympathy? Or a wedding. This is going away. I'm not happy with that right now. What I could do is add the green later. That sounds like a good idea. You just come back in later and do the green after it's all done. Pink could be pretty for Valentine's Day or baby. How many of you have decided to clean your craft room for a January project? Who's getting organized? Do I know how many tulips this take? Oh, no, Bonnie. I definitely do not. I want to say I cut up so here's the bush. Like here's one bush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, maybe 25 blooms on it. And I think I cut up about, so far, I think I cut up 4 of those. The only thing, this little wrap is getting, there's a little area where it's wrapped. It's going to be tricky getting something on that. I think I'm just going to hot glue a flower right directly on it. Oh, new craft room and all new furniture. You got furniture in your craft room, or are you getting new furniture for your house too? Jackpot. Well, we can't wait to see what that looks like. I'm all down for like craft room photos. Are y'all? Usually somebody else's looks messier than mine. It makes me feel better. Or somebody's got it very organized, and I'm like, ooh, one day mine will be that way. Although I have to say that since we moved into our warehouse space, everything stays pretty organized, at least on front of the camera. You don't see the back of the warehouse. It's a little disorganized right now. Miss Kay and I were like, that's our goal. We're going to be doing that, getting that organized for January. It's just something about January and organization. And then football food. So we're going to be doing one of the goals that I wanted to do for, that I committed to our goals workshop that we did. We were very intentional about making sure we developed what we really wanted out of life, and how our goals align with that. So sometimes it's business, but sometimes it's not. So for me, I committed to walking more frequently for my health, and not to just, it's not to lose weight or anything, although I feel like that's going to be the side effect of it. But it's more just to, get more energy. And so I'm like, okay, I'm committing to doing this for myself, making a game plan, committing to some type of schedule. It doesn't have to be every day or every Monday, Wednesday, Friday or anything like that. That way I feel like I'm going to stick to it a little bit better. So I'm like, okay, we'll commit to doing walking 3 times a week. And then I also committed to not feeling guilty if for some reason I didn't get that done, because who knew you can be addicted to guilt? That was something I learned. And then the other thing we're going to be doing is more of our Facebook Lives. That was another thing I committed in our goals workshop. So y'all tell me what kind of tutorials you want me to do. Do I need to do more live tutorials, DIY tutorials, or I honestly want to mix it up a little bit. Inspirational, motivational, and then also DIYs. So let me know. And if you want me to do DIYs, then what do you want to see done? I'm feeling good about this. That looks so much better, don't you think? Oh man, that's like night and day. You can't stay focused if you watch TV. I can't stay focused if I watch TV. Well, yeah. So for me, I have a little ADD going on, and I get distracted very easily. Sometimes my assistant calls, and I'm like, can you turn the TV down? We're having a conversation, and I can't even think past the sound. Or somebody else will come in the room, and I'm like, let me just finish my thought right now before you start. Like, let me finish writing this down. So I get that. I get distracted very easily. Squirrel brain is definitely real for me. Don't be afraid to try this. Try something. Don't be afraid to make your own wreaths for your door. You never know. I never imagined in a million years that my homemade wreaths would turn into a business like this. Your craft room is pink and gold. Ooh, you got a stand-up desk for Christmas. Absolutely love the versatility standing. Ooh, that's interesting. So I have to stand a craft. Anybody else do that? Or do you sit and craft? I know some people have mobility issues and they have to sit. going. On that bound piece, I'm just going to glue right on top. Just cutting them short. Okay, I see a little hole. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Maybe one more here. I used to be a picture framer, and I got used to standing when I would put together picture frames. And so I just always craft. I have to see the bird, like a bird eye view. But then I have to hold it up across the room to see if there's any holes. All right. We're going in this direction. And then we're going to go in this direction maybe. So I think right about here. Okay, maybe we'll continue everything this way with that direction. Hi, North Carolina. What's the weather there? We're in South Carolina, and it's been warm, and now it's chilly. Then I think it's supposed to warm up. I'm not sure, but I guess we typically get another cold spell in March. Okay, I'm going to clean up and then I'm going to get some more tulips. We're going to go starting in the other direction. Let's get all of our spider web strings. Okay. This is what we have so far, going in this direction. So now I want to go that direction. Let's see if we can figure that out. We've got some extra leaves. Hello, Dee. We got a couple of people from North Carolina. Matthews, North Carolina. You know, we used to live in Indian Trail, North Carolina. Wasn't that close to Matthews? It's been so many years. So what is everybody doing for Valentine's Day? Inquiring minds want to know. The Hubs asked me, he's like, what do you want to do for Valentine's Day? And I'm like, okay, what day of the week is it? At least he's thinking about it. I should go ahead, I should tell him to get me my flowers, get me some flowers, and order them now. Anybody else like Hubs waits till like the last minute to get their flowers from the florist, and you know that they're like the picked over ones. I'm like, you know you didn't call these in order in advance. I'm a flower snob. Personally, I don't like just the red roses. I have to be special about that for sure. I don't know why. I guess just being in the industry. But I don't know. I've always been like that. Don't bring me just the basic stuff. I like the special stuff. I like to be I don't know. I like garden style stuff. Like put some hydrangeas in there and, you know, anything that's going to make it feel like it's just gone to the garden and picked. I want some greenery. And I don't mean leatherleaf fern. I mean something different. Red roses are Amanda's favorite and your husband's least favorite. That's funny. So he doesn't like to order them? I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, did you get these from the grocery store on your way home? And I know some probably thinking, well, at least he thought about you. And I'm like, I don't know. Put a little more effort in. So I usually have to remind him, don't forget to order your flowers from the florist, because what happens with the florist is they have so many orders that if you don't, you know, get them in time, they will they'll cut them off, or they'll just give you the leftover stuff instead of actually taking your order and planning so that when they place their order, you know, you are sure to get something that's looks fresh. But do y'all like go out to dinner, or what do y'all do? What are y'all doing? He asked me, and I'm like, I don't know. I kind of don't want to go out to dinner on Valentine's Day, because don't you think it's going to just be really crowded? And I'm not a gift, you know, I don't like gifts, so, except for flowers. I do like those. So I don't want anything special. Unless you want to clean the house. That to me is special. Do stuff like replace the air filters. Now that's special. That's the kind of love language I like, those little acts of service. After working in a florist, a dozen red roses is the last thing I want to make and see. Yes, I bet. Gosh, I can't even imagine what flowers are now. You know, there's also these subscriptions. Now that is what I should tell him. Oh, that's a good idea. I think it's called Urban STEM. and it's a subscription. So they send fresh flowers to you and you get to do the arranging. I'm down for that. I know I can manage that because I like to arrange flowers. It'd be something fun, and you can subscribe to it, so I could have a couple of months of that. Now I'll just need to remember to tell them, because I bet you, have y'all ever been like that? Like, oh, I've got to remember to do that. And then you're like, what was that idea? I was going to think, is that a menopause thing? Because I was like, I know I just had that. I had that as an idea. And now for the life of me, it was a perfect idea and I couldn't remember it. So if anybody wants to just send me a DM and remind me what my idea was. Urban STEM, if y'all haven't ever checked them out, it is one of it. Somebody gifted me, actually our other coach here, Lori Ann, one year gifted me that for my birthday. And I thought that was just the best gift because it was something I liked, flowers. And then I got to put them together like in an arrangement. So the first delivery they give you, y'all let me know if we should do a video on that. The first delivery they give you, it includes the vase, and then the other subsequent, is that what that means? The next ones you get more flowers, but you use the same vase, in other words. They don't really tell you how to put it in, except for, I don't know, maybe they do. I'm just particular because I guess I know a little bit more than the average, recipient. They do give you the little thing with the packet. Does this look even? I might do some longer ones up there to make sure. Oh no, it still looks pretty decent. Just don't want to lose. I think that one. Nope. Maybe we'll do a little like elevation up here and elevation up here so that we can definitely see the hump. The humps. Takes you out for dinner if you're off, and he takes me out all the time. He's very romantic. Oh, Sandy, that does sound nice. Aren't you on that keto diet though now? Was it you, Sandy, that said y'all were doing the keto? I did the keto for a couple of years. I should get back on that. It's hard to get started, but once you're there, it's good. I love the forced tulip bulbs. Oh yeah. Attending the wine and chocolate tasting. Ooh, now that sounds really fun. We also have a winery around here I haven't tried out. I don't know if I'm going to do that on a Wednesday night though. And then if you go out to dinner, Sandy, are you going out on the night of? Or is that something you're going to do like the weekend because it might be busy? Y'all think it's going to be busy? Oh, not you. Okay. Can't remember. Somebody in the group said that they were going to do that in our goals group. I honestly think my absolute favorite night is a bottle of red wine, sitting and watching a movie at home, and then going to bed. I'm a homebody. And I don't mind it. Okay, I'm getting down here. I'm going to start to freak out a little bit. What's it going to look like? So does anybody watch the football games? Like when you get to the playoffs? We were watching. My husband was not pulling for the Chiefs, but I was. Our son is in KC, and so I knew he would have fun if they won. So I was hoping they would win. Hey, Miss Bonnie. I was just wondering because Etsy is running a Super Bowl ad this year. And so do y'all watch the Super Bowl to watch the game? Do you watch for the ads? Or do you not watch anything? Do you go craft? Or do you turn on a movie? Because I'm all down for the Super Bowl commercials. Like that's the funnest part, I think. Amanda watches and reads. Oh, the puppy bowl. I forgot about the puppy bowl. That is so cute, isn't it? The halftime show. Yeah. That'll be interesting too. You're kind of like, I don't know, after some of these halftime shows we've seen, you kind of like secretly wonder, all right, is this going to be a hot mess? What's really going to happen? Is everybody going to keep their clothes on? These day and ages, you just never know. All right, I'm going to get more tulips. We've been talking about red roses, and I almost call them roses. And then you can go through and you can put more of the green on. Wondering how many we need. I think one more bush. So so they probably have these wreaths in different sizes. So make sure, you know, what I do on mine might be not what you need on yours. You might need more or less. But just have fun. If you can estimate a quarter of the wreath of how many tulips you'll need, you'll be able to then times that by 4 so you can get a really good estimate. And maybe throw another one in there just for good measure. Purple roses. Ooh, that's nice. Getting closer. Exactly, Amanda. The Janet Jackson. Girl, you know what I'm talking about then. Ever since then, it's like game on. Who knows what's going to happen? The last few Super Bowls, it's gotten where the commercials ahead of the Super Bowl. Yeah, you're right. I was noticing that earlier. I even noticed that in the playoff games. I'm like, that seems like that should be a Super Bowl commercial, and I bet you anything we'll see it again then. But, you know, they're probably just getting their money for... Normally, don't they just keep showing it afterwards? The same commercials over and over after. But you're right, they are showing them before. I thought about that watching the KC game. I don't know how many bunches, Maureen. A lot. I did not keep count. At least 3. I want to say at least so far 7 bushes. See if we can get a little point. Okay. So from here, I probably would go around the sides where I might have missed a couple of areas. And then also you can cut them a little shorter. And then just tuck them in. And then make sure you get them on the inside. All right, so then after that, just go through. This is what I'll do. I'm going to go through and I'm going to start adding. Do I want them on that? No, I think I'm going to do them on the outside. Like here and through here. I'll probably redo some of that. But I want to keep them pretty tight and not sticking out too far. You get the idea, right? I gotta head home for dinner. Just little bits poking through, not too much. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'll come back and I'll post a photo of what it looks like, fill in any holes and add the greenery. So I'm going to leave that greenery on for now, but you get an idea. And there's a couple of holes over here that I'm going to go fill in. But you get an idea. It's pretty big, isn't it? Wow, that looks good. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I think I've answered all your questions. Let me know if you have any questions. Comment below, #replay, and just ask any questions. So I did get these tulips wholesale, but all of the places that we always recommend, they sell the same stuff. You can also get tulips off of Amazon. These are a little bit, they're not the Real Touch. They remind me almost like the Michaels types of tulips. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to join us the next time we go live, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us over on Facebook. And I would love it if you were over on Facebook, if you shared this video. That would just be so amazing. It would just help us to get the word out. And then I'm going to go live tomorrow. I'm not sure what yet. Tell me in the comments. What do you want us to do? What do you want us to make? And I will see you tomorrow.